What is the state of this game? It's gotten so much worse. This is absolute garbage. NHL 22 is not the game I have the most problems with. It's, for me, it is 23. 23 is like so laggy and glitchy, and it's just, it feels so heavy to move the players and do anything in the game, and it's just unenjoyable. I'll play it because it's newer. I'm not gonna go on and play 24 because that one apparently is more of the same. It's more of the same, and it's very disappointing from where we were before and with the easports NHL games. Like, it's such a downwards trend, and I can't get over it how much worse they've somehow made it. I don't know how they performed this badly to make it go down that far. Like, it's bad. I have a lot of NHL games, and I just feel like since it's been a long time since it was good. So I got NHL 16. That's fine. So I have a lot of NHL games. Like, I think I got 6 or 7 of them. And to me, it just feels like it gets worse and worse each year. Even though they're really, I don't even think they're not really trying. They're not trying at all. That's why it's getting worse. So, like, I got 18. It gets worse from there to 20. And then even worse to 22. And I don't know what they're doing with 23, because it's like, what's going on? How is it more buggy? It's literally the same game than like with the one previous, but it's getting procedurally more buggy the more it goes on. And I've heard so many complaints about how buggy the online is with all these games. How is that happening? How is it getting procedurally more buggy with each installment, even though it's the same thing, and then you added a little. You barely added anything. You didn't really add anything to the game, and it's just getting more buggy. Like, I can see from 2021 to 22, because they switched over to the Frostbite engine, but from 22 to 23, and 22 isn't even that buggy, I don't believe. From what I've played in it, I've barely come across like any bugs. Like, 23 is so much more buggy and slow. I don't know what they did to make it like that, but it's actually so bad. And I don't know what they're doing at all. It's getting really bad, and I just can't, like, NHL 18 was fine. Like, that one's good. I don't got 19, so I can't talk about that. 20's fine. It's stale. That's what 20 is. 20 doesn't do anything. 21 was good. That's honestly the last time I had a good experience with an NHL game. That's when I jumped. Like, I used to just play 18, and then I went over to 21. Sorry. I used to play 18 like religiously, and then I moved over onto 21, and that's when that's kind of where I stayed until 23. But I only play 23 because it's already downloaded on my console, and it's easier. Then again, 21's also downloaded on my console. But I see, like, 22, I think, was the last one that I would say is good. Because it's very much like 21. I'd even say maybe a little bit better, but I haven't played enough of it at all, and I really enjoyed 21. 23 is a buggy mess, and like 23 is the first time I encountered a bug where I actually could not, like, it stopped the game. And I could not go, but it couldn't load a scene from the game that I was literally just playing, and it literally just happened. How? Like, I don't understand how that's a problem they're encountering. I could see maybe something with the new engine, or they're trying to go with something new or introduce new things to the game. But it's seriously, 21 to 22 to 23 is the same. That is all the same. I think they just switched over to the Frostbite engine. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna need to redo all that. Oh man, let me check. I was not wrong at all. This thing has the Frostbite engine, and it was actually running fine. I think it's the same as 21. I don't think 21 has the Frostbite engine, but I'm not sure. I completely forgot to mention about X Factor, which they introduced in 22, which... The X Factor literally does nothing. It's such a useless thing. I mean, like, keep it in there. More content, the better. I'd rather have X Factor than not have X Factor, because there's now something there, I guess. That's kind of cool. Not really. I think I've only used an X Factor move once while playing. You never get, like, unless you're really trying, you never get the opportunity to. And I don't think anyone cares enough to actually try to get an opportunity to. It doesn't add anything at all. And I don't know what... Cool premise. I guess it could have been performed better. I don't know what they were going for. 23 kept it. I think 24 still has it. I mean, like, why would you remove it? 22 to 23 did nothing at all new. There's nothing new there. I have not seen anything new from 21, from 22 to 23. And then 23 to 24, I know that they took away skill stick and then brought in a new control style. I don't see, like, I find opinions on that is very split, and I don't know. So I don't know why they would take out skill stick. Like, it would be nice if they kept it in, but also introduced the new control scheme and made it the main one, but still kept skill stick. Because, you know, more options. I don't know what they're doing. I seriously don't know what they're doing. So why remove an entire play style and just replace it and not have the option to... Why are you removing that? So I heard that it was causing problems with the gameplay and stuff, and it was goofy because, like, the stick and, like, it's all kind of hard. Okay, so I wrote down some notes about some games, and I'm gonna use NHL 22 as a base plate for, like, all the observations. So NHL 22, so it has X Factor. It plays smoothly. It has announcers. It also has Seattle Kraken. I don't know if that's super important, but, you know, whatever. It has pretty good graphics, and it also has HDR, so everything's good. It's got a Frostbite engine. It's doing well. In a quick game, so I played a quick game for all of them. In a quick game, so this was me playing at semi-pro and realism level 4 for all of them, except in NHL 22. For that, for some reason, I did realism level 2. And for each game, I did Seattle versus Boston. Except for the games that didn't have Seattle, then I did Carolina versus Boston. I encountered a bug in the game, but it wasn't game breaking. It just kind of, so the net, the mesh was like repositioned sideways outside of the net, and I don't even know how that happened. It's like if someone ran into the net, it moved it that way. You know, it moved like sideways, but like the posts were still in, but the net was out. It played nicely. It did have announcers the entire game. The scoreboard was at the bottom, and it was pretty fun. I won 4-0, just for the record, you know. NHL 23, however, we're just gonna NHL. So NHL 23 I went to. It has HDR, has X Factor, feels heavier than NHL 22, which I don't like. It also feels a lot darker. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it just feels like there's more, like... it's just... all the colors feel more washed out, and I don't understand why. It feels like there's worse AI for player team than NHL 22. Yeah, I hate the AI in NHL 23 for, like, my team. It is so bad. I run into them every time. It's weird. It has announcers, but only when you get a goal. I don't know why, because NHL, literally every other NHL has announcers the entire game. I don't know why this one doesn't. Like, did they run out of budget or something? And it only happens when I get a goal. If I get a goal, they're like, oh, that's a good goal. I'm like, that's it, though. And I don't... What are they doing? Yeah, that's pretty good graphics, though. So, you know, yeah, that's great. I didn't encounter any bugs during the game, other than the one time I was playing, where it just stopped the game completely. That was bad. That was really bad. I've had many bugs in the games. I played fine enough. I don't really like how it feels. It was pleasing to the eyes. The scoreboard's at the bottom. It was fun, but annoying at times due to the AI on my team being garbage. I won 3-0. The game was played on semi-pro realism. So that's worse than 22. Right there. That. I don't know what they're doing. So now we're going over to 21. No HDR, no X Factor. That's fine. I do not care about X Factor at all. It is useless. There's no reason to... It doesn't do anything. There's no HDR. That's also fine. It doesn't really matter. It's just a hockey game. It feels smooth but more arcade-like than 22. It also feels brighter than 22. I actually like 22 a lot, but I just don't play it. Maybe worse AI for player team than 22. I don't know. I didn't play 22 a lot. Played 21 a lot and feels the same as 22. Menu/home screen is different. This is weird because 22, 23, and I probably 24 have this home screen where it's... So 21 has a subscreen and it has all the modes in one area, and then you go up and then there's like 3 of your pinned modes and then a favorite mode, or like a EA showcase mode or something. I don't know. I actually prefer that than what they have going on in 22 and 23, because you can put your 3 modes that you really like to play and you play the most up there, and then when you need another mode, you just go down and then select something instead of having to go through all the menus, or like online, offline, single, like they have a bunch of things like up. Meanwhile, the other one is just 3, 4, and then you go down and there's everything, and you just select what you want, and they're into columns. It's nice. But that's personal opinion, so I don't know. It also has announcers. This is what I'm like the most hung up on. I don't know what NHL 23 is doing, but this one has announcers and there's decent graphics. In a quick, easy game, no encounters with bugs, played well, had announcers, felt more arcade-like than newer titles, scoreboard at bottom, it was fun, 1-4-1, game played at semi-pro at realism level of 4. So, now we're gonna go over to 20. 20 was insane, because I actually like barely played it. No HDR, no X Factor, doesn't really matter. Feels smooth and light, so it just kind of feels like 21. Everything is kind of the same as 21. Except 20 has announcers with like special guests, which is insane. See, this is where you see like the spirit of NHL games go downwards, because they did really like some interesting things. And I think 21 also had this girl that was like, "Oh, he's gonna be a tough guy," or something. I really don't know. I think, unless I'm thinking of 20. Same graphics as 21. I don't like the UI as much. UI feels glitchier than other titles. Oh yeah, 23 is slow UI. It's slow on the menus for me. apparently all the NHL games, from what I've heard, are like smoother on the Xbox and everything, especially newer ones. But I got a PS4 Pro, which is decently the same as a PS5. Not as good, but it's very similar. And it's garbage. So half these menus since 23 is just glitchy. It's weird. Also, NHL 20 has glitchier UI. I don't know why. I didn't like the UI in there, so I just didn't. That's probably why I didn't play it. I'm picky, so I don't know. No bugs whatsoever in the game. It played well. Had announcers, and when I was playing, I got Snoop Dogg in there. That was funny. It felt arcade-like, but still realistic. That makes any sense. I'm reading these after the fact, so I have no idea. Scoreboard at bottom. It was amazingly fun. Haha. I lost 1-0. Game was on semi-pro realism before. I learned how to do a little twirl by just pressing the back. I don't do deeks a lot. I've just started. 20 showed me because it gave me that, and it was so funny because I just kept doing that. I love the skill sticks. So that may have made it more fun. It was funny. I was just goofing off at that one. And Snoop Dogg showed up, and that actually was cool as well. That made it really cool. Because I was not expecting that from playing 23, 22, or 21. So that was fun. That was great. I had a great time. Anyways, I got NHL 18. And this is like this is awesome, but it's worse. It has no HDR, no X Factor, do not care. It feels jankier. It's from 2017 compared to something from like 2019, 20, whatever. I mean, like, what do you expect? Pretty much same AI as 21 and 20. Yeah, it doesn't feel different at all. Other than it's jankier to control. Home screen menu, same as 20 and 21. It looks a lot older though. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Has announcers, but there's some more stuff too. Oh yeah, okay. So at the start, I'll talk about this after. UI is worse than 20. UI is smoother than 20 and as smooth as 21. That's good. Yeah, the UI I didn't like either. When the game pauses, it is the end, the period, the UI, what? The UI looks like when the game pauses or is at the end of a period, the UI looks like garbage. Yeah, it's horrible. It really looks bad. However, it shows feedback on how you're playing instead of showing general game stats. So what you can do in the newer ones, you can scroll over, you can press R1 and move over and see how you're doing and like coach feedback. This one just shows you it, and then you move over for the stats instead of showing the stats first, and then you move over for coach feedback. That is so much better, I think, because then I look at that and then I learn more things that I can do instead of just seeing the stats. I think maybe they should make it customizable where you can choose which tab it starts on when you pause. I think that'd be a good thing. That'd be great because I really liked it. Like that it showed me more things because then I get to do more things. When a match is starting, it looks cool. I'll get to that in a second. There's so much more soul in here. I'll get to that in a second. No bugs at all. Played more janky but fine. I guess it felt a little stiff. Okay, that's fair. It funnily felt more realistic than 20 or 21. It was harder to do more things. However, this could be because it was harder to control in the first place. So that's something to think about. The scoreboard's in top left. This is great. I like the scoreboard up there more than at the bottom because it feels like it's more of an actual airing at the top, in the top left. It was great. Felt more realistic and magical than others. It's great. 1-3-0. Game was played on semi-pro and set on realism before. Okay, now I got an entire thing called the magic, and this is just going to be a different section of this video, because this is like what this is about. So, the magic of NHL 18 and any other NHL game that probably came before not 19. I want to try out 19 actually. Let's see here. At the start of the game, it showed a view of the city they were playing in, and the announcers were recorded with a video at the start of the game and talked about a general thing about hockey. It was great, and the announcers stayed the entire time talking over the game. That was awesome. That feels so good. It's like you're actually playing like a game instead of just playing a video game, if you know what I mean. It feels like you're playing a hockey game, but like actually. I don't know. It feels like you're like watching an actual hockey game instead of playing it. Okay. It's really hard to explain, but it just feels so much more like realistic, I guess, and more, it feels like they actually put time and thought into what they were doing, and it was meaningful. Everything they're doing right now is just the same thing, and they don't know what to do with it. Let's see here. They had NBC branding. That's cool. That's just real. That makes it feel more realistic, more like you're in the world, I guess. I don't know. Scoreboard was in a position like in real life. I never see the scoreboard at the bottom. That could just be me though. It's always in the top left, so that's nice, and it feels more like you're watching an airing. So there were sponsors when showcasing the goalies. That was cool. That was nice. That again feels like a real game. And then also I wrote in here, NHL 23 doesn't even showcase them. On quick play or whatever, on just like a quick game, it does not show the goalies at the start of the game. It just immediately starts the game, which could be nice, but like you can just skip the intro of the goalies by pressing X, and then it's about as fast as NHL 23. Why did you not do that? That's so weird to me. And it just generally felt like more like a real broadcast. Yeah, it did. It actually felt good. It felt good to play because of that. Like, it just felt nicer. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what they're doing now, but previously, it felt like they really cared. And right now, I can see with EA, especially, they do not care anymore, like, at all. It's horrible. It's really horrible. I'm really thinking of just going back and playing the oldies, the classics, the good ones. No! So what can EA do to make this game, this downward spiral of a game, better? Well, personally, keep all the control options in. Don't take those out. That, you know, if you have them in, it adds more customizability to the game and personability. I don't know. It's just better. Second, have options for where to put the scoreboard. That would actually be really cool. And that would be, it's not even that hard to do. Like, just do that. That's great. Make it feel more realistic in the sense that you're watching a TV show or something, like a broadcast. So at the start of NHL 18, you can see both of the announcers like videotaped, and they were talking to each other like about just hockey in general, or like what the players might be feeling or whatever. That's great. Maybe do that. If not, like, have announcers for the entire game. I have no idea if I just have a setting off or something, but I don't think I do. Like, it's really bad. Also at the start of the game, like before we get to the announcers, there's show the cities and stuff. That is not hard. That's not hard to get. That's pretty simple. That's pretty easy. Like, literally EA could just walk over, like send some people over to the cities and then just videotape it and zoom into the arena. It's not hard. Or send like a drone up and get a drone shot of it. It's really not hard. Make it feel less heavy. Like, I know I'm playing NHL, but I'm also playing a game. Like, it shouldn't feel like I'm playing the game. I mean, like, that'd be a cool setting to have where it's like super realistic and then like not realistic at all, more arcadey. And I guess that is realism setting 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, there's so many things they can do to improve. Cut more customizability. Really, realism levels. Maybe make it a little bit more arcadey. It's fine right now. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. Leave it alone. Just put some more soul. Put some more spice into it. You know, like actually do something. Don't just keep pumping out the same game now. It's really annoying. Like the guest people in NHL 20, that's great. Do that with the announcers during the game and before the game even, if you can. If not, just have the view of the city or something. The announcer just being like, oh, it's beautiful. I don't know. I really don't care. Really, it's not looking very well. And they gotta try better. They really have to try better. They're seriously dumping that all for some quick cash, and I guess they only have a year to develop, not even. But since they're just take the other game and then just keep iterating off of it, because you already have all the base game and just keep it the same. Stop trying to flip it around. It's fine. You're fine. Seriously, you are. You're fine. From 23 to 24, I am told that it is literally the same game. It's really bad. They haven't messed with Via Pro since NHL 21. They gotta add more things. They really have to. They really do. It's looking bad, honestly. I don't know about the sales. I haven't looked at them recently. Or ever. But the Metacritic reviews have really just been kind of going down by 1, I think, each year. So 10 years, it's gonna be a garbage game. Not even, I don't think. Already, yeah, like 5, not even 4. It's already in the 70s in Metacritic. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're doing this at all. They gotta take a refresher. I do not care if they take a break for 1 year and just spend like 2 years developing the game. That would actually be good. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. That'd be awesome, honestly. That would feel so much better. Unless they just did more garbage stuff, then I don't know what they're doing over there. They have no idea what they are doing. I don't know.
And now, an accurate representation of what EA is doing.